Howdly doodly, one and all. Welcome back again. For those of you who are watching these videos for the first time, this journal that we're making is called Rock Your Journal, and it's based on a book called Wreck Your Journal, which I felt was aimed more towards teenagers than adults, so I wanted to do an adult version. So this is day number 9. There is a playlist on my YouTube homepage. Across the top you'll see playlists, and Rock Your Journal is in there with all the videos up to date if you fancy catching up and joining in. It's proving to be quite good fun seeing everybody else's pictures that they come up with, because basically what I'm doing is every day I'm giving a prompt, and then everyone is interpreting that prompt and decorating a page within their book as they so wish. Okay, so let's go to yesterday's prompt, which is the altered book poetry, and if I remember rightly it's my last page. Yes. Okay, so I decided to use a book from a Jane Austen journal, Sense and Sensibility, because I felt that her words were more poetic than any of the other book pages that I'd got, and I felt that if I was creating this blackout poetry or hidden poems or altered book poetry, it would have a little bit more of a rhyme to it. So I chose my words, which I'll read to you in a moment. I blocked them in, highlighted them, and then painted the background, and I did dots from one set of words to the next so that you could always see which route you had to take to be able to read them. I used some of my peel off stickers around the outside to box it in, and then I decorated it up with some flowers and put some sticky ribbon tape top and bottom to just, prettify it up a little bit. So this was the poem, that, if you can call it that. This is the poem that I came up with, and it was: eager to promote their happiness with fresh admiration. A general view ensured her own admiration in the picturesque hills, the soft medium of the woods with rich meadows unites beauty and utility. Ah, there you go. See, I could become poet laureate after all. Not. So that was the poem. It really isn't a poem. It's a collection of words, but I tried my best. All right, so that was my version of it, and I'm going to get straight on with today's prompt. And today's prompt is what days are we on? We're on the 9th. Oh, gosh, I've lost track of my days. 9th. Wrong pen. Oh, I can't do it in that pen. It's got to be in the same pen. There we go. So 9th of the 2nd, 21, and the prompt for today is create a button tree. You weren't expecting that, were you? Creating a button tree. Oh, got a wobbly screw at that end. Okay, pick it up, stick it in. Job's a good un. Create a button tree. So what is that now conjuring up in your mind, I wonder? Already decided what I'm going to do with mine. There's a surprise, eh? Okay, that's that one stuck in. Create a button tree. So I want page number 9, which, surprise, surprise for me, it's a double page. I've got more double pages than singles, I reckon. Anyway, not to worry, because at least with this one I can go to town on it. So I'm thinking my tree can be here, so this could be the tree trunk, and then it branches out this way, and then all my buttons could be the leaves over here, over the 2 pages, and then I could add some toadstools and things maybe at the bottom. So that's my thought process of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to talk to you about this a little bit more, of my thought processes on it. So just bear with me whilst I gather some of the bits and pieces together. So first things first, can I draw a tree? Can I eckers like? So what I'm thinking of is going through those magazines with all those pages that I've ripped out, see if there's anything in there that I can use. I've got loads and loads of fairy books. Not that I've got a thing on fairies much, but there's all sorts of different trees in here. So like, I mean, wouldn't that make a fantastic image there, the base of that tree, but it's not the right kind of size. So I've been looking through my fairy books to see if I can find a nice tree, and whilst there isn't one in this book, I know that I've got plenty more in my other room that have got trees. So like this one here, I mean, this one's even got a face in it, so I could use that as the tree trunk, and then I could add to these leaves here. So I could stick the whole picture in my book, but I don't know, we'll see. I'm sure that I'll find in one of my other books a tree trunk that I can use with some branches coming out. If not, I'll just have to have a go at drawing or painting one, or making some up with some napkins, or, you know, being artistic in some way. I'm sure I'll think of something, but I thought that this could be your first port of call. Have a look through your books, have a look through your magazines, see if you can find a tree, okay? Now, the next thing is the buttons bit. Now, one of the problems with buttons is obviously if you're going to put quite a few on, they're actually going to weigh a lot in weight on your page, which means it could end up pulling on the page, and especially if you've got thin paper. So I have got some white paper napkins. So you know how we pull off, when we're working with paper napkins, we pull off the white bits off the back. So I inked loads of those up. Well, if these aren't tree leaf colours, then I don't know what is. And I've got plenty more of these with all sorts of different shades of green on. So I'm going to stick these to a piece of card, and then I'm going to use my circle punch, said circle punch, and punch them out, and then I'm going to poke 2 holes in the middle to make them into buttons. Okay, now I have done a video on this before, so what I'll do is in the description box down below I'll put the link up for the one where I've showed how to make your own buttons, so that you can go and watch that if you so wish. So I'm then going to punch my button shapes out of this once it's stuck onto card, and then I can add those, and I'm still adding buttons to my tree. Of course, I can still get all my leaves out that I've got, my paper leaves, all my punched leaves, and again I've done another video using a circle punch on how to create leaves. If I can find that one, because I think it's buried in amongst something else, I'll add the link to that one too. In fact, I'll tell you what, let me just show you because it's easier. Okay, I found this piece of fairly firm paper. So to make some leaves from a circle, you punch out the circle, okay, and then you insert just the edge into the circle punch and punch it out, and you end up with a leaf. Ta-da! So from this circle, and you can do them various sizes. Ooh. From this circle I can get 2 or 3 from it. You might even need to use a pair of tweezers to hold it in place whilst you punch. So there we go. So 3 leaves from one circle, and that's what I'm left with. So I could mix some leaves punched from a circle together with the buttons and end up with quite an interesting tree. And I've got a little something else up my sleeve as well, but I'm not going to give that one away. I'm going to show you when it's done. So that's what I've got in mind for mine. Of course, if you want to use actual buttons, then that is entirely up to you, but please remember that the buttons can weigh an awful lot, not individually but collectively. So yes, go off, have fun, go into your craft rooms and create. I'm feeling a bit dramatic today, aren't I? Okay, I'm going. Thanks for joining me again. Looking forward to seeing what you create. See you later. Bye.